one of the teachers. And Liu Kang's also a teacher. That's Raiden is also a teacher too. And he's more of an observer, but not a physical teacher. Okay, just because he's too powerful, I guess. So the other one that's getting teach is the guy who we've been guy called Cole Young. Okay, and he and Kano getting their asses whooped and can't unlock their powers. So they're still useless. Also, besides Sonya, because they don't have powers yet, so this is going to get destroyed in a fight if they don't have the powers. They don't get the superpowers and unlock it with their chi. So Kano unlocks his before, I guess it's his first before Cole Young gets his, way before, and Kano gets it by getting really pissed off because he wasn't, because Kung Lao wouldn't pass him an egg roll and just call him fat and weak and pathetic. Like a rap of, and then Liu Kang decides to join in being a dick to Kano and making fun of him and how weak and pathetic he is and stupid. So all King was a egg roll to eat, and Kung Lao just suggested that he was fat. And he has too many acros. Kano gets laser beam when he gets worked up. By getting really worked up. And that's how he got his powers, and now it's just time for Cole to get his powers. He can't get the powers, so he's offered a way out back to his family by Raven. He takes the offer. Then him and his family get attacked by this forum guy called, I forget what his name is, Kratos? I think it's called, and he's he's pretty a big dude, and Cole gets his ass handed to him, but he just doesn't, just at the cost of trying to take him on so his family doesn't get murdered in front of him. This one, all hopes he's lost his friends about to get murdered, his daughter and his wife. He unlocks his chi through the power of his love for his family that makes him feel the anger and focus on the anger of what makes him the angriest is his family and life's in danger and the thought of them losing them permanently. So he gets this armor that absorbs. It's basically, armor from Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. It's basically that. Like, it absorbs damage the more he gets hit, but also powers his suit up. And he can use that to his advantage whenever he decides to attack someone. And he kills his opponent, and he's offered a way back by Raven because Raven senses that he has unlocked has reached his full potential and got the power now. He got his superpowers to fight. So meanwhile, he goes back and explains the whole situation of that's the way back and that the fight's not finished yet. So he has to go back and win. He briefly explains, and Sonya looks like she's going to die and get suffocated under this giant boulder. Kano beats the crap out of her, but Jack, who's still alive after getting his arms ripped off and being left dead by Sub-Zero, is revealed he was still alive, but now he has really, really shitty robot arms that are very small. and he can't lift the boulder or even punch good at all. So basically, the robot's a piece of shit of how they're built, whatever they're built out of. So, but he keeps on trying to lift the boulder after he screams for help, and when it comes, he just decides to say that he's so he just decides to still try to lift the boulder, and he lifts it, and his robot arms get a serious upgrade and save Sonya from the boulder from being suffocated. Raven sends everyone away after Kung Lao gets murdered and makes his sacrifice to buy cold time. Then Liu Kang decides to go after Kung Lao from being murdered, and it's got too late to save him. And this is when he was about to take on the person that sucked his soul out of his body. Cole decides to save Liu Kang, and now they're in this white mist that's in between all realms. It's like this foggy. It's all foggy and white mist, and that's how Raven explains it in between all realms. So. Yeah. Kung Lao's dead, and Liu Kang's really bummed out about it, and said that they promised each other that if they were to die and lose, it was supposed to be together, and Raven feels really fucking guilty, which because he can't do anything to bring Kung Lao back or do anything, because as long as he can nearly insist in the fight, but he can't really interfere with the tournament, even when it's being cheated apparently before ahead of schedule, and being rigged and people being eliminated before the tournament happens. So also yeah. And Kano decided to and this all happened because Kano was offered a shitload of money if he works with the bad guys, and he could play he could pay anything what he wants with the money. So he decides was one that destroyed the force field machine that was being powered by that got powered by Ravens, and was that somehow was controlling Raven's power, and he just jump started it, and was Raven somehow did that, but I guess like somehow slowed the power, but also know how to control it. So and kept the force field, and Kano destroyed with his laser beam, and yeah, that's why everything went to shit. And Cole says that it's not over. They still need to fight and win, and these need to fight smarter and together as a team, and they'll use their weaknesses to their advantages. And Sonya gets Kato, and she kills Kato with a bunch of stealth techniques, and then head on hand-to-hand combat, and while still using her surroundings to her advantage, and even in hand-to-hand combat besides stealth. And pretty much I'll switch Kano after all, he's kind of stupid. So yeah, she now gets the Dragon Mind, because Kano's dead and got stabbed in the eye with the same Lono that he spit on, which is his saliva early on in the film, and he got stabbed in the eye with it. And that's what he does. So she has a bunch of powers and instantly knows how to use them, and backs up Cole when he's about to die after. And meanwhile, Liu Kang destroys destroys his opponent with his special move from the games. And then Sub-Zero goes after Cole's family and uses that to his advantage to draw Cole out away from his team. Because his family's his weakness, even though that's how he's like basically using his family as a weakness. And going to kill his family and also him, as well as his family, Cole. Just when Cole's about to die and his family's like is freezing to death, while on ice. Cole was given Scorpion a spear, who went by the name Hanzo earlier on the film, and he was explained the reason why he has the dragon mind was the one born with it. Everyone else kind of kills people, and like for example, Liu Kang killed children that had marking, minor that was an orphan, so that's where he got his marking and his powers. So everyone had to kill someone, and Cole's the one born with it. So the reason why how he was born because he was a descendant of Hanzo's family heritage. He carries the blood of Hanzo within him, because he is part of that bloodline, same bloodline of Hanzo, who is Scorpion. So he got the spear by Raven, Raven said he took it the day that Hanzo was dead and was murdered. He took from his location the spear, and he told Cole to use it, and the spear of Hanzo will join him in the fight. And I don't think Cole knew how literally Raven was being, because Hanzo comes back and when the spears, like when he's summoned by his own spear through his with Cole because Cole is his blood is part of Hanzo's bloodline, and he just pops out when Scorpion's about to kill Cole kill Cole with the spear of Hanzo, a spear, and Hanzo stabs Scorpion in the chest and tugs him over, tugs him before he's like, and pulls him over and says, "Get over here!" And he says, "Do you remember this face?" And takes off his mask temporarily and puts it back on after saying the blue line saying, "Do you remember this face?" And he says, "Hanzo is dead. I'm Scorpion now." And kicks Sub-Zero's ass. And meanwhile, Cole is trying to break free his family from the ice. And round two of between Hanzo and who is now Scorpion, and between Scorpion and Sub-Zero is like Scorpion's winning. Then he gets the strength because he sees his heritage family members in danger and about to die the same way his wife and daughter, his son died on the day he died. So it seems to trigger his PTSD, and freezes up, and Sub-Zero kicks Hanzo's ass, and then Cole decides to get break of freeing his family, and decides to help out his dead family member, and they team up, and they kick Sub-Zero's ass, but he's still not dead yet because Scorpion wants his revenge for his on his on behalf of his wife and son's soul that were murdered by Sub-Zero early on in the film. He tells Cole to leave him to me, take care of your family, and free them. And while he's freeing his family and frees them, meanwhile, all of that, in the middle of all that, like Hanzo, who goes by Scorpion now, who's now Scorpion, kills Sub-Zero and lets him on fire with his power. Apparently, Scorpion's power is that he can breathe out fire, and I'll list him on fire, and he just down for the count, dead. Sub-Zero thanks Cole for freeing him, and he tells him to take care of my bloodline, and just disappears and vanishes. And then the rest then Cole's team comes back to back him up, and with Raven, and turns out they say that the fight's already over, and Cole won. So I was that with family member, the family. So Raven says, "I'm impressed." He says Cole, and he pops the Raven question, is asking him, "I thought you said you couldn't interfere with anything," and he gives him a look like he's he gives him a look like saying that he kind of found a loophole. So anyway, this when his family when Cole introduces his friends, and they're getting warmed up. This guy I'm sorry, I heard something. This guy interrupts the moment and says that you haven't won. Raven says confronts him saying the competition is over. I no longer have to follow these stupid rules, basically. He said, and he says you will return to your realm. And the guy starts monologuing, and in the middle of his monologue, when he says he's going to bring back armies and not just warriors, Raven sends him home before he can finish his last sentence, saying that they will lose, saying that they're going to lose, and yeah, so he gets sent away by Raven, and Raven says to Cole and the team, and the rest of the team, saying he talks too much, and they go on to find the rest of the people with the markings to recruit them, because it's not going to be, because it's not fully over yet, because he's going to come back for round 2 and he supposedly is going to be more tough at that the next time. So it teases for a sequel, and I like how I like how Cole, when he says he's going to give up his fighting days, being a MMA fighter, he says he's going to give he's doing something like that. When he's not giving up fighting, he's just not giving up he's fighting for money now. And he's saying he's going to Hollywood and to find someone, but he doesn't tell who it is. But he's doing on this poster that says Johnny Cage, and those who for some reason and it cuts to the end credits, and I like how it seemed kind of subtle, but also seemed kind of epic, the Easter egg at the same time. But it seemed like it didn't seem confusing, and it seemed very subtle enough, but also enough to get hyped for a sequel who anyone played the games, and who Johnny Cage is, that he's a Mortal Kombat character, and that's who he's going to look for, and who's supposedly going to be in the sequel to this movie. I hope a sequel comes out, because I love this fucking film. Mortal Kombat is awesome. The Mortal Kombat 2021 movie is fantastic, phenomenally well made. Again, I gave this a 10 out of 10, and it's a more higher quality 10 out of 10 for the reasons why I give this a 10 out of 10, and the original 10 out of 10 is the exact opposite reason. This film is the every way opposite of a mess, and it's it is every way engaging, and everyone's so likable and relatable and fun to hang around on and to spend time with on screen, and watching them interact with each other. They have really good I really like the dialogue between the banter between the characters of this one from 2021 Mortal Kombat movie. So yeah, and I love the fatalities and the action scenes. I love the story, and I love these characters. I want to see more of these versions of the characters in the sequel, if the sequel ends up happening, because I hear the creator of this movie that wrote the script and has plans to do spin-offs in the sequel to this movie. So I really hope he gets the opportunity to do, because he's also the director right here of this movie, because he really blew me away. Okay, yeah. So Mortal Kombat is just fucking awesome. The 2021 Mortal Kombat movie is just fucking awesome. It's the one I'm talking about. This is fucking amazing. Yeah, I think enough said.